How's it going, all you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom train. It's me, it's JJD, JJ Double J, the Illuminator here, the sweet one. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames, but we won't get into that right now. Last night at work, we had, and I didn't know about it, a couple of my coworkers called me up and said that they were going to be having a makeshift retirement party, so to speak, for a coworker that's worked here almost as long as I have, somebody from the same outfit that I work for as a janitor. And I think he started 2 years after me. I want to say it was 2 years. It might have been like a year and a half. Probably more like a year and a half. But you know, I didn't realize that, you know, sometimes when you have a lot of history with someone, and I don't mean bad history, I mean just working at the same place, when somebody leaves and retires, you start to really, sometimes, for me anyway, I start to think it's almost like, you know, everything getting smaller, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like the people that you've known the longest, when they leave, you feel it a little bit more than somebody that maybe only worked here a year and then they quit or whatever. Maybe because there's so much history, you know, seeing him so much and working with him on different occasions and stuff. You know, I knew he was going to be retiring. He's been talking about it for over a year. But to actually see a lot of my coworkers all in the same place, you know, eating cake, drinking soda, we had pizzas like you wouldn't believe. You know, it was just nice to be around for a good thing. You know, usually whenever there's a union meeting or there's, you know, a group of us together, it's usually nowadays always about something bad. People complaining about this or that or whatever. It was nice to get to know my coworkers, especially some of the newer guys and gals, to get to know them, sit with some people, have some laughs, almost like hanging out. You know, we were able to take an hour out of our shift to go and do this, and the boss was there, and it was really nice because there was no one, you know, making it seem like it was a bad thing, or, you know, complaining about this or that, or whatever. It just seemed, you know, for the first time in a long time. I mean, the last time we did a party like this was, it was 2019. Yeah, it was right about a year before the pandemic really started to change things. I think when somebody retired in March of 2019, that had been here a while. In this case, they had started 4 years after me, but they were already had started older. To actually go and do this, it really felt good, you know, and I can't explain how much that meant to actually have a get-together where there was no stress involved. Just laughing and joking and, you know, just in a big room with tables and comfortable chairs and just people mingling, and especially for coworkers. It's different if it's friends, you know, or family. But coworkers that for the most part, sometimes, you know, certain people are at each other's throats, and it wasn't the case this time. It was just a really nice feeling. You know, but all the more it does make me think, like, you know, the ones that have been here longest, it seems like little by little they retire, and then you start saying, gee, you know, I really have been here for over 23 years now, you know, and goodness gracious, you know, because I started so young, you know, I'm nowhere near retirement. I mean, I'd have to work, according to the system here, the way it is with the state system and everything, I think I'd have to work an additional 16 years. I'm going to have to work 39 years with this outfit before I can, you know, have a really good retirement with them. That's just, you know, the way things are, I guess. But that's what happens when you start younger. Good and bad things. But it was just a really, really good feeling to go. And I kind of was on the fence about going. Just because sometimes, you know, life is just, you know, I'm busy, I don't feel that great, my back, this and that. And I just said, what the heck, just go. At the very least, you know, you get a piece of pizza or something, you know. But it ended up being a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So, and I really needed that. So, I'm really happy I went, and that's the bottom line. It just was, it was a good experience, and I'm glad I have the memory now, and I'm glad I went. Sometimes you just have to go against your better judgment and just say, I'm just gonna go. Sometimes good things happen, sometimes bad things happen, but if you don't go, nothing happens. So, anyway, I'm glad I went. Well, time for me to get back to work. Say Laversky, I'm off to the races. I love you all. Stay safe. Have a good rest of the day. Be good to yourselves. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
May I ask you a question? Do you have any gum? Any flavor will do, but I am partial to grape.